Hello and welcome to the 16-bit gaming guy. Now in my last video I played on a classic Spectrum game from 1983, that was Jetpac, and I mentioned about an update, and today we're going to again look at this update and we're going to load it in real time as I had to do it back in 1983. We're going to go through the same procedure, but I'm going to show you again how some games took a little bit longer to load, which this one does. It's got a lot more in it. And again, just to look back at some of these iconic games. And again, the look of the Spectrum, the fuzzy graphics, the fuzzy text. So we'll just get straight into it. We'll get this thing loading. Now, unlike Jetpac, where you had a guy stuck on a planet and you had to build the bits of the rocket, then fuel it, and then take off, with Jetman, you're on a planet, but you've got a big buggy, which in the day, the graphics were a step up from Jetpac. The graphics in this blew us away at the time. You've got this big moon buggy, and you've got a bomb. And what you've got to do is you've got to get that bomb onto the moon buggy and find a rocket launcher. There's this big rocket pad with a rocket on it, and there's a timer. And you've got to get the bomb to that location and destroy the rocket launcher before it launches the rocket at you. It's quite a large map. I use the term map loosely in these early games, because it's basically just one big landscape, which you'll see when it loads in. But again, the graphics at the time were amazing. For modern gamers, not so much. But for us, it was such a step up from the original Jetpac, and it was amazing, the graphics of the buggy. We'd not seen anything like this before. It was a huge sprite. It was animated. I do remember the game is very difficult. It's got similar controls to Jetpac, but now you've got another button you've got to contend with, because you've got to pick up the bomb and actually put it on the back of the buggy. But as you're driving the buggy along the landscape, you've got two arrows that point left or right, which basically tells you which direction you need to be going to get to the rocket launcher. There's holes in the ground and your buggy can't get over those holes. You can get out and fly over them, but you've got to put girders down. They look like metal girders to fill the holes to get your buggy over. You've got to do all this while avoiding all of the on-screen baddies, and you're on a time limit. So again, imagination was a big part of the gameplay. The graphics, even though the buggy was fantastic, the rest of the graphics are quite basic. But again, you used your imagination. That's one thing I do believe that is lacking in a lot of modern gamers. And a lot of young modern gamers coming up now who are basically used to these photorealistic graphics. They don't have to put any imagination into the game. And they get very frustrated when they play in these games, as we've all seen. Any of us who've got kids who play games nowadays, even on the tablets. Your modern mobile phone game is way in advanced and has got photorealistic graphics compared to one of these games. But with these games, we had to focus and use our imagination so much, it actually, in a way, it helped us to sort of disappear into the game more and become more part of the game than a modern game does. Even though the graphic looks very realistic and they can pull you in, it's not the same. You don't get that same level of commitment into the game. And it's something that modern games just cannot do. Because again, by design, because the graphics are so basic, well, not even by design, just by the way they were written and the limitations of the hardware, the imagination was a very important part of the game. Not only in like the video, but the sound as well. But again, Ultimate at the time, Play the Game, they made some fantastic games. I will show... what I'm going to do, obviously, there's so many games, I can't show them all, but I'm going to be showing you some of my favourites, some of the ones I remember. Like Jet Set Willy, Monty on the Run, things like that. There's some classic names that pop up. Mind, they made a game out of Mind, or an old TV show, which was one of them I used to play on. Just... Horace Goes Skiing, Horace and the Spiders, there's just so many in my head. Saberwolf, Ant Attack, there's just, there's so many games. Obviously we didn't have all of them, but ironically, just as this finishes loading and we get into some gameplay, we still own an original Spectrum, and we've actually got some of the original tapes of the copies of the games we had at the time. And a couple of weeks ago I was actually at my brother's and we were loading them in. and some of the projects that we'd worked on personally, and because we wrote some games ourselves, and loading those back in and getting that nostalgia going, my god, it was amazing. But here we go. Right, again, I'm just going to use keyboard. I'm going to die a lot here while I try and figure out what the keys are, so just bear with me. We'll have a bit of fun while we're doing it. So basically, we'll set it going. As you can see, we've got the big buggy and the bomb. Right, I've got the main flying mechanics, and I died straight away. But basically, I've got to get that bomb, and I think I use... Oh, trying to get killed. Oh my god, this is bringing back memories. Obviously, I'm using a modern keyboard. Right, I've got the bomb, I've got the bomb, I've got the bomb. Don't drop the bomb, don't drop. Right, drop the bomb on the buggy. Coordination. Coordination. Oh, the memories. Now we get in the buggy, and now we can drive the buggy, and as you can see, it says at the top, base is this way. Now, this is a teleporter. You can use that to teleport. I'm going to do it because it was a cool graphical effect, but I don't know whether it'll do me any good. There we go, teleport. I don't know where it's going to teleport me with a bomb. But now I'm going... Oh, now it's this way. So we've teleported past. Right, here it is. We actually did it. I got there. So all we've got to do now is drop this onto... Oh, don't you dare kill me. Onto there. And we did it. But now there is another bomb. And another rocket launcher we've got to find. I can't believe I actually did that quick. So which way is it facing now? It's facing the same way. Get in. Now, as you can see here, there's a hole in the floor and I can't get through. So I've got to pick a block up, drop it in, get in the buggy. Now, this was another cool thing. There was some add-ons you can put on the back of the truck. And I'll do this again as well, just to show you guys what it kind of was about. If I can live long enough to do it. Drop that there. Oh, these nasties. See what I mean? You've got to contend with all this stuff while on a time limit. Oh, don't die, don't die, don't die. I died. Come on. Just let me get that on the back of the buggy. Oh, we've got some new nasties here. Oh. Drop that on there. Now. Oh, no. Get in the buggy, get in the buggy. Oh, my, I pressed the wrong key. And look what I've done now. Oh, game over. We'll have another quick go. We'll fire that back up. And we'll see if we can do any better. Right, so basically, same thing. Pick the bomb up. Try and get in the buggy alive. It's this way again, so we'll go this way. But the graphics, I remember when we first got the buggy. Oh, this is handy. When we first got the buggy and saw it, it was like, it blew my frigging mind. Oh, come on. Come on, coordination. Fingers working together. And that graphical effect, I mean, it looks nothing. It's a teleporter. Oh my god, it's put me right in the base. I've missed it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now, if the timer runs out, that rocket actually launches. I think I'm getting lucky, so I can just pick this straight back up and go through. But I just love that teleporter. And again, the graphics of the actual... Drop that on there. Of this actual rocket launcher. For the time, that was amazing. It was a big, animated, colourful graphic. We'd seen nothing of the like. Right, it's this way again, so we'll ride this way. And it gets increasingly harder and harder, trust me, as you're playing. Oh, it's bringing back so many memories. But just because we could, the colour involved, the colour of the buggy, the way it moved, the animation. Let's see if I can do this and live. Actually drive there this time. The holes in the ground are just random. Obviously, when you get killed, oh, you got to be careful not to drive into that. Right, this is going to have to be done with such precision. See if I can get another one. This will be two I've took down. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, didn't get turned around in time. As you can see, you leave a hole when you drop as well, but I'm right next to... This is a bad place to be, because even though I'm right next to it, if the timer was lower, and I'm that close to it, if it launches, I'm doomed. Right, drop the bomb. There, we got another one. I can't believe I'm actually doing this well. I use the word well, loosely. What I'm going to do is, it's this way, so I'm going to try... Well, I remember these ones, they pulsate and they move in weird patterns. Nope, died. I am in a bit of trouble now because... And what we used to do in the day is if we got stuck like that, we used to pick the bomb up Especially if we run out of time, and we're just used to try and find the base just by flying. But again, you've got fuel at the top, so you've got to be lucky and hope to hit the rocket launcher before your fuel runs out, which it doesn't look like I'm going to do. Nope. Now I'm dead. I've got a big bouncing bomb and I can't fly. The only way to refuel is go back to the truck. Boom. So there you go, guys. That is Lunar Jetman. There are a lot more levels. I didn't even get to the truck that time, and I've messed it completely up. But as you can see, again, imagination is a big part of the experience. And yes, the graphics are really crude. That teleporter thing, even though by nowadays standards it's rubbish, back then, we were kids, it was exciting stuff. Like, my God, there's colour graphics, there's big animated sprites. Fantastic games. I would recommend people get hold of one of these Spectrum emulators and relive what I'm talking about. But there you go, guys. As promised, Lunar Jetman. And next video, I'm going to go, like I said, I've named a few off. I don't know which one I'm going to play next. I'm just going to have a look at the collection. And the first one that jumps out that I remember playing a lot, I'm just going to go for it. There's just so many to choose from. There is such a back catalogue of games, obviously, because this thing's been out that long, that you will never get bored. I would even recommend some people who have never played on a Spectrum, some people who probably don't even know what a Spectrum looks like, just get the emulator, load it in, have a go, see what we're trying to say when people talk about retro gaming, the nostalgia. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. So thanks for watching, guys, and we shall catch you on the next one.